I've tricked myself into believing that at some magic moment in time that I will all of a sudden know enough, that I will all of a sudden understand enough, that I will all of a sudden now go through that epiphany where now I have experienced clarity. You're never going to be absolutely clear until and unless you learn and do simultaneously. Learn by doing, learn and do. And here's why. Even if you could learn it perfectly and know everything and understand it and have that perfect clarity that we dream of having, the problem is that when you go to put it into action, there's a huge gap between up here, having it intellectually, knowing it on the mind level, and being able to effectively put it into action and get the same results. So you're going to go through the learning curve twice if you attempt to learn, then do, rather than learn a little bit, do a little bit. Oh, wait a minute, like the learning and doing in the process of doing, well, wait a minute, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be and I have to adapt it. Oh, and now I got to learn a little bit more based on the doing that I just did to be able to take a step forward. Now you're going through the learning curve one time, and frankly, much faster, because what's being informed, your learning is being informed by your doing, and your doing is being informed by your learning. And as you're tic-tacking, you're in motion. And as you're tic-tacking, yeah, it's not a straight line, but you're getting there and you're making progress, and you start to celebrate that progress because you start to feel good about moving forward. And now you're starting to venture into waters, even though it takes a little bit of time, like the tic-tacking, maybe, really wildly tic-tacking at first. But as you start to continue to learn experientially, in other words, get in the game, mold the clay, and learn by molding the clay as you're starting to get in there. And that's where the bold side of this conversation comes in. Bold doesn't mean brash. Bold doesn't mean arrogant. Bold doesn't mean like you're some adrenaline junkie and that you can't live unless you're always pushing the physical limits and all of that and walking on cold. No, bold means that you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, and when you do so, whatever that is for you personally, and only you can decide what that is, it's a bold move, meaning that now it feels risky. Why does it feel risky? Because you've never ventured there before. It's new to you. It's different. It's not familiar. Now you are acting boldly because you're now moving forward, and then you're able to see that much farther. And you're able to get that much closer to the next horizon that you're working towards. Now, you can never reach the horizon, as we all well know, but you can achieve the goals. And when you get to the goals or the next step on that journey, you're standing on the shoulders of that, and now you can see even further, and now you can step out even further. And this isn't just about success in the physical terms and the monetary terms. This is about risking to tell your loved ones, man, I'm really sorry for the way that I've treated you. That's not what I wanted to have happen. To risk saying I was wrong, and to risk saying I love you, and wait, time out. Let me take that back. I apologize for my behavior. That's being bold, in my opinion, and that's what at least the credo of this community is all about. It's about stepping out of that and being willing to venture into areas and waters that you haven't been in before, because that's where the things that you want in all areas of your life that you have yet to achieve, that's where all of it lives. It's in areas that you haven't been to before. Because if you were already living those results, you'd already have them, right? So it wouldn't be new to you, right? And therefore you wouldn't want them because you'd already have them. It's pretty common sense, but we sometimes get so obsessed with where we want to be, and now we're focused on what's the shortcomings in our life. We become so obsessed with it that we look at the problems and we start to say, well, I can't have this because. And now, in effect, we're justifying staying stuck rather than daring to step boldly into some unknown and get our hands a little messy. Wouldn't even say dirty, but messy, like starting to see it that you can mold it and say, well, that's ugly. Let me start again. Oh, maybe I want to mold it into something else.